Hi. The last time I spoke about the stages of getting paid, and today I just really want to look at stage one. Now stage one is really what happens inside your mind, and sometimes it's just a huge jumble, a real mishmash of thoughts. Can I ask to be paid? What should I charge? What will they want to hear from me? And maybe I should just let them set the fee and just say yes to everything they say. All that kind of stuff happens in our head around money. But you know what? In most industries, if you're applying for work, you know exactly what the salary is. But in our industry, if you're gigging, the fees just vary so much and you're left trying to figure it out. Well, something that can really help you is Musicians Union, and they're worth checking out if you're not a member already, because they do have minimum fees that you can charge. They have contracts, they have lots of things that they help you with as a musician or a singer, so do check them out. The other thing you can do is to ask a friend, what do they charge? And especially if people are on the same level as you in the music, you can find out what their fees are like, and that'll give you a sense of what you can be charging. You can always ask people who are a little bit ahead of you what they charge, to also give you a sense of what you should be charging, because your fee would be a little bit less than theirs. And certainly the other thing I would suggest is that you should think about some training courses, something around negotiation skills, something around boosting your confidence. Because when you're dealing with the engager, you're really able to say exactly what you want, and you're able to be polite about it. I did struggle with this in the early stages of my career, and one way around it was that I got my husband to negotiate the financial side of the booking for me, and that works really, really well. You could just go with a friend. You don't have to say that they're your friend or your spouse. You can say to the person, okay, thanks for booking me and everything seems really great. Now in terms of the fee, I have James or Julie or whatever the name of the person is, and they actually sort out the financial side of my music. So I'll get them to call you, and they'll call you and have a chat. And that gives that person that little job to do. You probably could arrange some sort of fee that you're going to pay them in the overall fee that they'll be negotiating. It gives you a chance to sort of build your confidence that later on you can probably grow into that. Or maybe not, you might just leave them with that role as you go on and do other roles in your business. If you're just starting out and you're doing open mics, there's an unwritten rule in our industry that you don't get paid, you don't get anything. I think that's a little bit unfair, because I'm very much on the tip of you should be paid. But the reality is there are some places who won't do that. However, what you can ask for is expenses. And that usually goes down a lot better than I have a fee, and you're just the first time you're going on the stage, they'd be like, who do you think you are, kind of thing. So you can say you have expenses, and you can actually say, well, I got to travel there, I'm going to buy a taxi, or I'm driving, petrol. If you want to explain it, you don't have to. I don't really think you need to explain it. Just say you just want some travel expenses. And they're usually cool to find something to do that, and they'll ask you for a figure, and you've got to work out your figure. In the UK, the government has a 45p a mile rule. This is 2018. It might change next year. Or you might just want to put a notional figure that you want to throw in, or they might decide to give you something. If they say they'll put something in an envelope, just check roughly what they have in mind, because something in an envelope could be a £2 coin. I hope they wouldn't be that bad, but it may be a lot less than what you'd want, so part of it is just asking that so you know what to expect. In part of your expenses, you can also say, oh, if you could cover my expenses and if I could have a drink, especially if it's a pub, a restaurant or a meal, you can ask for something like that, and generally they'll be happy to give you that, and that helps you to feel better about what you're doing. Should you work for free? Yeah. Now then, when you're starting out, I said that's kind of what happens. At some stage you've got to change that. And especially if you want to work full time and make a living through your music, you've got to change it and start getting paid. But even at the stage I am at, and I'm sure if you speak to some of your colleagues and your friends who've been in the industry for quite a while, they too will tell you that there are some occasions when they're asked to play for free or play for less than what they would go out at. But certain circumstances where that applies, and I would say yeah. And it tends to be when people have set up an event, it's the first time it's running, you can see that they're just sorting things out. And so there isn't a budget there. And if my heart is for the project they're running, I might say, yes, that's fine. I will, do this one for free on this occasion. Sometimes there are good opportunities, and sometimes they're not. There's one event I recall where I did, and it was free. I did it for a friend. It's something that was just setting up, and I was happy to do that. And in the audience, there was someone I've been trying to get through to for the longest. So they heard me play, and it was really good. We finally had the conversation we needed to have, so that worked out. But sometimes you get these promises of, oh, so-and-so's going to be in the audience, and this person's going to be there, and people are going to be booking you, and all this kind of thing. And sometimes it doesn't pan out. So really, you've got to go with your gut. You have got to go with, shall I do it for this? Or if not, I want to do it because I need a few more gigs to sort of get myself exposed to the wider populace. Or I'm not going to do it because I've got too many free gigs on. Or I'm not going to do it because I can't afford to do it. I might as well stay at home rather than get out there and spend all that money to do something for free. I think that's about it for me. And if there's anything you'd like to add, please comment below. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like it if you like it. And of course, share it. That'd be a great help. Thank you so much.